everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday, August 7th, I think. So I missed my video last Friday. I was going to film this on Thursday and I ended up getting sick on Thursday, so I haven't felt well the last few days. So I'm hopping on today to get this video in for today. I'm trying to stay up with my 2-a-week challenge that I had given myself in July, and didn't want to miss it, but I did end up missing one. So I hope everything is going well with you guys. I'm going to do a little bit of a chat, show you a couple things, and then we're going to work on some yarn today. First off, I did get my my book, Raising Angora Goats for Beautiful Mohair. I have not deep dived into it yet. I've got a stack of books that I'm working through. I'm trying to finish one of mine that I'm almost done with. I'm trying to finish that first, and then I'm going to deep dive into this one, probably with my highlighter pen. And yeah, we'll probably talk about this at some other point. It looks like, so there's pictures in here, especially of the yarn and fiber, which I love. There's pictures of goats. And I am not new to goats. We had Angora goats for quite a few years. I am new to Angora goats. So there's always little things here and there. I mean, goats are goats. But I do need to deep dive into their fiber. Angora goats had guard hairs. Pretty thick, heavy guard hairs. So I had to have that fiber processed at a mill here in Michigan. I could have sat and de-haired it all. That's what they call it, is you de-hair it. But I had 6 goats, so it would have taken me forever to do that. So I made the decision. And Angora goats, or the Angora fiber that I got, I had them put it into a cloud, which was typically what they do with Angora fiber. And so I still have quite a bit of that left. Actually, I was able to store it, so it stayed really nice. I haven't had any moth issues or anything like that. So that's still in my stash. I have, I think, another bag of it left, which I use quite often when I'm doing bats and things like that. So yeah, I'll be deep diving into that book a little bit more and sharing that as we go along here. Willow is in a mood today, so she's been barking at everything. Willow? Okay. I did just go through and answer all of your questions and comments from the last week or so on the YouTube channel, so if you've missed that, you can go back and check them out. There were some good questions there that I answered. And yeah, so my grandson is here for the week staying with me, so that might be what she's hearing. I said, shoot him. Okay, it was a delivery truck. Our grandson is here this week, and so I shooed him outside. I told him I had to get this one video done. He has grand plans for us this week and today, and so I said I have to get some work done first before we do that. So he is outside hanging out with the goats. I think he loves goats. He's trying to talk his dad into them. My son vowed he would never ever live on a farm again, and they actually don't. They live in a big city here in Michigan, but it's a city that allows chickens. They have chickens now, which his wife adores, and him not so much, but he's doing it. So I just chuckle at all the things that our kids were never going to do again, and here we are. So yeah, so he is here with me, so if he pops in, I may have to pause this. I gave him strict instructions that he really needed to stay outside for at least a few minutes. Flashback to the 70s when Mom would send us outside for the day and say, see you tonight. So that's kind of how I was raised, which was a great childhood. So the book I'm going to dive into, I have my website is supposed to finally be finished. Hopefully this week is what it's looking like. So I have started. My old website is still live. My new website is in beta mode or whatever they call it. So I can see it, but you can't. But I have been adding things. I have a lot of products that I need to get added in. I don't know that that's going to happen this week, but I'm going to try to do some here and there. But I have added some yarn on there and a hat or two on there. So there is a few new things on the website. If you're not familiar with it, it's just tailspinfarm.com. And that is where my little shop is. I still have Etsy, and I've debated I have never, so when I started this, I think I've been a member of Etsy since 2008 is when I opened my Etsy shop. And I opened it and did some sales through there. But at that time, I was homeschooling 5 kids, and we were doing foster care. And so all of my stuff was, my business was always a hobby business back then. So the few things that I sold and got in there was just me doing it on a very part-time basis. And then I feel like I missed the Etsy rush where people really started making some serious money on there. And now I just feel like it's saturated. I know that's not true for everybody, and I know that's not the case for all products. Sorry, I've got fuzzies. I've got fur all over me. But for me, I felt like, yeah, I missed the mark on Etsy. So I'm debating on going back in and putting some stuff on there. Right now, my shop is on vacation mode, I believe. But as long as I'm downloading stuff to my website, I might as well go into Etsy and just copy and paste the descriptions and all of that. And it would be fairly easy because the pictures are all right there. I'm always working with them. So I'm debating on doing that also. Maybe put a comment down below. Do you shop right now? Are you more of an Etsy shopper, or do you website, the person's website shop? I'd be curious to know. Again, I know there's lots of people who have done great things on Etsy, done amazing things like full income jobs on there. I also know some people have had problems on Etsy and gotten their shops shut down and things like that. So that's why I decided to go the shop on my website anyway. So yeah, I'd be curious to know where you're likely. And I still shop on Etsy. Actually, our youngest son, who just got married in July, he was looking for a ring, an engagement ring, and looking at all these websites and stuff. And I said, why don't you go on to Etsy and see if you can find a handmade unique ring that is something you're looking for. And he did, and it actually was less expensive than some of the sites he had. And this one was handmade, and it was a beautiful ring that he got her. So I do tend to gravitate that way because I like to support other small businesses also. Which I think is going to become, it's been important. I think it's going to become even more important as we move forward here. So yeah, let me know what you think. Etsy or a website shop? Website shop. Say that 5 times really fast. So the other thing before we jump into what we're going to work on today, I wanted to show you, I do have all this glorious white, and I think this is a full bobbin. So this is one of my 8-ounce Monarch. I have my Monarch sitting in front of me. That's why I'm looking down. So it is pretty full. This is my pure white Angora yarn. So I'm going to be pulling this off, this bobbin, and getting it washed and listed. So if you're looking for some gorgeous pure white Angora, I'll have to remember to try to link or click the when I'm putting my video together, I can add videos that might interest you. And I do have a video about what can you do with Angora. And I think it talks about, I have a sweater that I found at Goodwill once that had the yoke up here had Angora in it. And I knew the minute I saw it that that's what it was. But you can put pieces of Angora into something and it would make it really spectacular. My friend Carrie from, I'm not sure, My Wool Mitten, I think is what she still goes by on her Instagram account. She does a sock thing every year, and she used Angora in her socks last year, in the toes. So she has a great video on that. I'll try and link that below, because that was some of my Angora fiber that she spun into some of her other stuff that she used. But she has a great, every year she does this amazing sock study and what is great fiber to put into a sock. So that, I'll try to remember to link that down below here. I think she's done it the last 2 years. So, oh, I have got fiber caught in my glasses or something. So I have been pulling everything out. That's the hazard of working with fibers and things. You end up with it in your face and in your nose, and it itches. So what I thought we would do today is I'm going to, in part of this video, I'm going to talk, part of it I'm going to just film what I'm doing and put music to it, because you guys don't want to sit here and listen to me ramble on all videos. So a couple videos back, we dyed the Angora fiber, the dark and the light, with the same color, and what we ended up with. I am going to card some of that today, show you how I would card it. I've done nothing with it other than dried it out in the sun. So this is just dyed, and then I washed it and dried it outside. So I am going to, I thought we would card it here for a few minutes, and hopefully I have my Paradise Fiber carders. These, I cannot tell you what the, what's the number? It's not PSI. Maybe it is PSI, pins per square inch. I feel like that's not right, but I almost feel like it is. So when I bought these years ago, probably 15, 20 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing, but I know I needed something. I did start out using dog flicker combs, and then these I probably got about 15 years ago, because for quite a few years I did use dog flicker combs. I'm just trying to get some of the white out of here that I've been carding lately. So we're going to use these today, and I am going to card some of this dyed fiber, and I'm going to show you. I'm not going to mix it too much if I can help it. I would like to spin it. If I were to card it heavily and spin it that way, it would probably muddle all together into an in-between color. So I'm going to try and card it so that the colors are actually separate, and then I'm going to try to spin it that way also. We'll see how it turns out. It might not work, and it's not going to be a lot. I don't have a lot here. I think this was like an ounce that I pulled. So I just lay that all in there, and I'm going to gently start just carding out, and we'll see once I card this a couple times, it might even look really close to the same, but I think we're going to get a depth in there. Yeah, there's some depth in there. You're going to be able to see it. Let me go through this. This was really nice. This was beautiful fiber. And so if I don't mix it up too much, this is probably, I'm only going to do just 2 passes on this instead of, usually I do 3. But since this fiber is so beautiful, and I think it was combed fiber that I used, so that's what it looks like. You can see here is the darker, and here's the lighter. It does change what it looks like once you, again, light plays into that too. And I'm gonna just take this off. And when I spin this, I will probably just start, typically when I'm doing roll eggs, I start at one end and spin through, so that's going to keep the fiber separate too. So let's sit and card this. I'm going to pause the video and change you around so you can watch me, and then I'm gonna put music to it. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. I have the basket of hand carded fiber. I'm going to set it down here and take one of the roll eggs. I did end up with more of the white spun than the darker, so we'll just make that work. I am using my Spinolution Monarch. My next videos, I hope to do some videos on the spinning wheels that I do have here. I have 3. I have the Polywog, I have the Echo, and I have the Monarch. And with the Monarch, I do have the studio package, so I'll show you all of that comes with it. I wish I could show you every single one of them. I haven't even seen all of them other than in videos, but I know how my 3 are, and I know that I'm not paying attention here. I got too thin right there. I know that the rest of them are all the same amazing wheels. I have never considered getting an electric spinner until the Spinolution wheels. I had a customer purchase one, and she just absolutely loves it, and I'm a little bit fascinated by them. I don't know if I could get used to the just flipping a switch and not moving my feet and spinning, but I don't know, maybe I could. So I was glad to hear that she liked it so well, though. That's another thing I wanted to mention too before I quit talking and put this to music. I'm going to do the same thing with this. On my website, for now, I am going to have a section for the Spinolution wheels, and if you have any questions, you can contact me. I will have very basic stuff on there, and then there will be a place to place an order for a Spinolution wheel. I don't think I'm going to put all of the information on my site at this time. First off, it's a lot of information on a lot of, there's, my goodness, how many wheels are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is there 10 wheels now? And so I would have to do all of that computer work myself, and I am not, again, I've said it before, I'm just dangerous enough. I know just enough to be dangerous with WordPress and things like that. So I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple, but if you ever have any questions about the wheels, you are always welcome to email me or message me on down below here or on Instagram or Facebook. I'll be glad to help you if you're interested in purchasing one, to answer any questions. So, but I think probably the next couple videos I work on are going to be the 3 wheels that I have and what pros and cons on them, and what I actually have one wheel which kind of surprises me. I have one of my wheels that if I could only have one wheel, that would be the wheel I have. So I will let you know which wheel that is. If you want to comment below what you think that might be, you could do that. I have the Monarch, I have the Echo, and I have the Polywog. And there is one that I would definitely choose over the others. So I am just going to spin this, and I'm going to put music to it on my video and let you guys kind of watch the process here. And yeah, I'm going to go back on that. I got something twisted wrong right there. So enjoy.
be unknown. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond road. Dreamy, breezy we go. Easy, easy.
Okay, guys, I am back. It's days later. It took me a lot longer, especially with my grandson here, which is fine. We've had a great week, but I haven't been able to record as much. So I'm going to finish out this video. It's going to lead into our next video because I had issues. So I haven't even skeined this off yet, but I wanted to show you. That shows a pretty good representation of the colors. So it's kind of a tweedy. This was my white Angora, and then my gray Angora spun together. It's beautiful, but it has issues. And that will lead into the next video, which I will film tomorrow. I'm going to do a product review because I ran into some issues, and I'm not going to go into it. I will in the next video, so stay tuned. You'll want to watch that one. But yeah, I had some major, I ended up, this is my ends right here. I just had to break them. I couldn't do it anymore, and I'm a knot picker. Like, I will sit for hours picking through something and trying to get the knots undone before I cut it and start over again. So I have sat here way too long. And my grandson is ready to go disc golfing, which we're going to do this afternoon. So I cut it, and this is going to lead into the next video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will post a skeined picture of this on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me there, go over to Tailspin Farm. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and the subscribe button if you don't already. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I hope you're creating something.